So first you have to, these cones set up here. I don't know why. Give me a second. All right. So first you have to hug this curb to the left. Be able to kind of swing in. If there's cars in the drive-through, it's kind of nice. There's no cars in the drive-through, so I can give myself a little extra room. But usually there's cars everywhere in the drive-through. And it becomes a real pain. I'm shocked that there is, like beyond shocked that there's no cars in the drive-through right now. But it's always a super heavy, but the people that work here always build it up real nice, so it's not like a big hassle to dump it. It's always heavy, but it's, oh yeah, like butter, easy. Give it a smack up there, just make sure everything's out of it. Yeah, when there's, God, I can't believe I'm dumbfounded that there's no cars in the parking lot or in the drive-thru right now. But yeah, now you got to kind of back up, and when there's cars in the drive-thru, you not only have to watch out for your tail whip behind you, the curb on the right, this light pole in front of me here, and the cars that are in the drive-thru. I mean, this was about the easiest McDonald's I've ever picked up right now, like at this McDonald's. I was incredibly fortunate that there was no cars in the drive-thru. What a break. Usually this stop just, woo, makes me pucker. This place can get rather tight. They have cars everywhere, and you really have to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one. That van being parked there. I'm going to try to move my back up a few feet here. A couple feet maybe. Oh, just made it. I think this is like a place that services flood response, and they clean houses after flooding, I think, stuff like that. But man, they just got all kinds of stuff here all the time. Ugh. See if I can push this forward at all. Give me some extra room to back out of here. Works up. Now I'm going to go forward. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got room. Okay. Yeah, and I got to back out of here, so that's another little added challenge to this stop. And some places are easier than others. Some places can be quite the challenge. That's why, front load can be a great job at times, but man, it can be super stressful and worrisome at other times. You got to deal with places like that, and you got literally inches to work with, and man, it just makes the blood pressure go up a little bit. Basketball hoops, you gotta kind of come at them a little different way. Gotta kind of get them in pieces. Perfect. Basketball hoop, no more. Oh, woo! Jeez, this baby is. I don't know if this thing's gonna get it up or not. Oh, holy God, that bothers me. Those glass, jeez. Those aren't gonna stay in there. Nope. Oh, this can is heavy. So I'm gonna have to get a couple of those glass off of there. They're not gonna stay on. Still don't know. This spot is. Oh man, this is gonna be. I gotta get this thing so level. It's so heavy. Ooh. Yikes. Oh. You don't realize how big of a sigh of relief I just made there. That was. Oh my gosh. I honestly didn't think that glass was gonna stay in there like that. Woohoo! Woohoo! Wow. Okay. Well, on to the next one, I guess. That thing is full to the max. What is going on with this stuff? Give me a second. I'm gonna have to move some of these bags. Jeez. Either this stop was blocked the last time their service day or somebody missed it. I don't know. I've never seen it. It's been a while since I've seen it this full. Well, there is overhanging trees above me, but there is a nice little kind of cutout where nice. It's funny because there's a preschool right over on the other side here. I'm just gonna back up. Slide it in. Make sure I don't set it down on anything. They can reload it for their next service day. the reason why I love Arizona apartment buildings. A lot of them are just like this. Yeah, you get your ones that can get really heavy and stuff like that, but a lot of the apartments, these big complexes like this, are just right around the perimeter of the property, and you just gates are generally always already open, and you just drive around and pick up 8 to 10, depending on the place. It makes it real easy. It's another little condo place, but it's always kind of cracked me up because the cans are so hidden. They like hide them in bushes almost. It's kind of a way to kind of hide the dumpsters. So they kind of, they're kind of hidden. They're just in a little pocket of bushes. There's 3 of them in here, and you'd never really know. Whoa!
What was that?
Les. I always found this stuff just funny. It's like, oh, we don't want to see these disgusting dumpsters, so we're just going to hide them in a little pocket of trees, or a little pocket of bushes here. That way nobody has to look at these disgusting dumpsters. Hey, it's life, people. Everybody has to throw away trash. That's why I've always been grateful for this career. Never had to worry about my job being furloughed or being laid off, nothing, because everybody is always going to have trash to throw away, and there's always going to need to be somebody to pick it up and dump it. Get rid of it for them. So if you've ever thought about getting into the trash business, I highly recommend it. There's always going to be growing pains when you first get into it. It's not going to be for everybody, but if you sometimes it's long hours, sometimes it's not. I mean, if you get in with a good company, right away, you earn quite a bit of vacation, you earn a lot of sick time. So it's a very good, but there is definitely growing pains. It's not, especially when you're brand new, you're just trying to figure out how to drive the truck, like driving a big truck down residential streets and roads and stuff. It can be kind of daunting. And then on top of that, you have to, worry about controlling this arm, or if you're in residential, you have this arm and the grippers, and front load, you have an arm, and you're bringing 2,000-pound dumpsters over the top of your head. Like it's, you're trying to figure out where all these stops are. And, like today, I think like somewhere like 150 cans, something like that. So I mean, it's not that bad, but I know where a lot of them are, so it makes it a lot easier for them. But especially residential, man, if you don't know where you're going, you're dumping 1,000 cans a day and you're trying to figure out where to go, it can be very overwhelming. Good catch. Good catch. Oh look, another one that's full of wood. Great. Yeah, that's grand. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Heavy. Holy moly. Those big sheesh. Ever seen those big, like, wooden wheels that they a lot of times will have like wire and stuff stored on and all that? That thing was, these things are loaded with them. God, they're heavy. Golly. I learned a long time ago on this route to come back to these stops empty, because this stop right here and the last stop I was just at, oh, look at this. Like, oh my God. I've never seen these things in there before. I didn't realize that. Oh, jeez. It's making my truck just. God. It's gonna have a ton just on my 2 tons just on my first 2 stops of the day. All right. Second day in a row I'm in front load. Oh. I got a guy that's out sick right now. He's really sick, I guess, so probably have me filling in for a couple of days here. To run a full route on a route that not 100% confident in, it definitely humbles you a little bit.
I am humbled and grateful.
Kind of brings you back to the days of what it's like to learn a new route. This route has definitely no shortage of heavy containers either. Now this tablet that they gave me, it's on a system called Route For Me. We use it in bulk for doing contacts on Fridays, special pickups. They use it. The residential guys use it every now and then for pick up miscans and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different than the Routeware system. It'll show you where the address is, but it doesn't. Routeware, you could actually like pinpoint exactly where the container was. So it's kind of nice in front load. It was a great system for front load, but it just really wasn't doing much for anything else. And it's kind of all for one for all type of thing here. You know, it works great for commercial, but it really wasn't doing much for residential or bulk. So they decided to not renew the contract for it. I said in my video a long time ago, everything in Arizona wants to kill you. Whether it's bugs, insects, animals, even bushes. I mean, the most simple things. They all want to kill you. Oh boy. Watch out, man in orange. Watch out. Usually this can isn't that heavy, or usually that's full. Got rid of some stuff this week, apparently. So now, usually, what happens when I see somebody that's near the can and they walk around, I will always make sure that I see them in my mirrors while I'm backing up. I don't ever want to lose track of that person. If I lose track of that person, then who knows what can happen. So I always like to make sure I know where that person is before I start backing up. There's too many horror stories about people getting backed over or whatever, and it's just, there's a lot of people out there that just think, oh, he'll see me or he'll stop. Oh, if I don't see him, I'm not going to stop. So that's why I always make sure that I can see that person or I know where they went to after I get done dumping the can, before I start backing up. I never, ever, ever want something like that on my conscience. So after I dumped this can, you can see it was all full of debris and brush and all kinds of stuff. It took forever to pack this in. I have this sped up in 3x speed just to speed it up a little bit, but it probably took, what, I don't know, 15 times for it to finally fall in to where I could pack it all the way in, but it just kept popping up and popping up and popping up, and it was like, come on already, let's go. And as you can see, this container was filled with the same stuff. It takes 2 or 3 slams for it to actually fall out of the container. Luckily, this one didn't take as long to pack out. This one was more condensed. It would almost have to be where I would just retire. I don't know if I would ever be able to drive a truck again. You've seen my front load video a couple of front load videos ago. It's another kind of newer stop that we have, and it's like a mobile auto glass place, and they fill this thing full of windshields, and it can get heavy. Like, I'm talking heavy D and the boys heavy. I mean, this thing, it's not bad today. Oh, no, it's heavy. They just don't have, oh yeah. They just don't have the amount in there like they did that last time. Whew. God, windshield glasses. Crazy heavy. Last time I had to take like 4 or 5 out of there, just they would have fallen out as I was bringing the can up. So I had to pull like 4 or 5 windshields out of there the last time. That one was much nicer. Things are just getting out of hand
This is getting out of hand.
now. I mean, school's not even in. They're on spring break. And there's still all kinds of stuff in these cans. You get a lot of times. That's why schools, even if they're not in session, you're still going to have stuff in them because, you know, like the janitors and stuff, I think are still around. They do some like, yeah, it looks like they changed all the filters, and they probably do a lot of maintenance stuff while the kids aren't in school. So yeah, just because the schools aren't in session right now doesn't mean they're not still accumulating trash. Oh, set that one down a little bit too hard. Smash these down again. is not the backup. How many times a day I do that? It's because my tractor to go in reverse is basically the left blinker. You push down, and I do that all the time. Like when I'm wanting to back up, sometimes I'll turn the blinker on for some stupid reason. I'm so used to doing that in the tractor when I'm doing bulk. More pallets. The guy just can't catch a break today with these pallets. Man. What did I do to the trash gods today? They have punished me. Whew. Almost didn't make it in this third load. Man. Let's pack this up, tidy it all in, and we'll head to the dump. Alright, let's dump this baby out. I'll kind of show you how we end up cleaning it out behind the blade and all that stuff too. So let me get this dumped out first. Let them know I'm backing in. Might get a little dark in here, but all right. First, grab your little handy dandy tool here. You can knock everything off that's on the back here. Never, under any circumstances, step underneath this tailgate. That tailgate right there, if that comes down on you, good luck to you. That's probably 8,000 pounds. Those hydraulics fail, that's coming down right on top of you. Open up these little side doors, gross. The other side. A lot of times you can just kind of open it up and use your little tool to just kind of get what you can out of here for now with this tool. And you'll have to crawl in the back. Just a second. Come on. Okay, there. Oh, that is full back there. Glamorous side being a garbage man, right here. And I'll tell you, I've been to many dump sites in my career, and they all smell the same. Then you open up this little side door. Then get all this stuff that kind of piles up, gets just kind of stuff that accidentally fell behind the blade when you were packing. See, a little more than usual. Last few stops, problems. But this is the glamorous life of a front load driver for sure. Not every, we don't do this for rear loaders every day. Like this has got to be done every day. Rear loaders we usually clean out. I'll clean out behind my blade once every few weeks, or once every 2 to 3 weeks or so. Just wood and stuff like that can get behind there and cause issues. You don't want that. You got wood and stuff behind there. You don't really want that back there because it could cause problems with your hoses back here and all that stuff. So just kind of get as much of this as you can back here. It's nice, these trucks have these little side doors. The AMRAPs don't have that, so you have to kind of shovel everything out. You have to shovel everything out the side door. This one you just kind of throw the big stuff out. So yeah, this is the glamorous side. This is what nobody else shows you. The clean out process. Put that back there. And you gotta be careful. Step out, know where your footing is. Always wear your hard hats at the dumps. It's usually required to wear a hard hat and a vest. Just kind of get this stuff off of here. There could be needles, there could be all sorts of stuff back there. Or what you pushed out. Try not to step on it, like directly on the pile that you just pushed out of there. So put this guy back in. Make sure everything is buttoned up. Back in. You can bring the blade all the way back. I like to just kind of bring my arms up to normal point when I start driving forward. And I can bring the tailgate down. It's all locked up. Then I can bring my forks overhead. I always want to bring your forks overhead when you're going to and from the dump. It saves on the cylinders, kind of bouncing around.